Hi parents, welcome back to Wholesome Parenting. My name is Betty. So in our previous videos, we introduced a discussion on toddlers and discipline and said that the toddler stage is very important because this is where you lay a foundation for your child and discipline so that when they're grown, they carry on this behavior with them. For example, if you teach them to listen to you at this age, they will continue listening to you even when they're grown and in their teenage, and it will be much easier for you to parent them. So in the last video, we introduced a strategy where you could use praise effectively to develop and lock in a behavior in your child, and that praise has to be effusive. It has to be done at that time. It has to be done on a specific action, and we talked at length about it. So if you have not watched the video, please check the link in the description below. So in today's video, we are talking about another strategy, which is modeling, and you can use this strategy and harness it so that you can focus it into developing a child behavior and lock it in. And even though you use it every day in your child rearing and you use it just broadly, even unaware, you can harness it and focus it into developing a child behavior and lock it in. So the modeling that we are talking about in this video, it is not the one that you see on the runway with beautiful people wearing beautiful clothes, but the one where a child looks and they learn. It is a common practice in schools because once you've done the theory part, you go to a practical part. So you observe and you now practice it, and you can do something how you saw it being done. And modeling works effectively because the brain has a special set of cells that they are called the mirror cells that observe that they are able to grasp information just by you looking at it and then process it and lock it in your brain, so that the next time when you would want to do when you want to do something, it just shows up. So you are able to do it depending on how you saw it being done. So in this video, we are talking about modeling for you as a parent, and it happens unawares. Let me give you an example. Like if you accidentally said a curse word, when you're talking or responding angrily to someone, somehow your child picks up that curse word and you will hear them saying it, and you'll be shocked, who taught you to say that? But it's just because they picked it up when you spoke it. So modeling is very important, and if you are not careful with modeling, you can actually model those behaviors that you want to lock it in. So that is why I want us to learn how to do it consciously and to focus it on developing a behavior. Another thing I want you to put in mind is that you may not be the only model that your child has. That is why we have people we look up to, people we want to imitate or do something the way they do them. So at this age, as a toddler, they may not be knowing many people, they may not be knowing many mentors, but probably they already have superheroes in their head, depending on the cartoons they watch. They already have seen things that they would want to do also. That's why you will see them, if they see on their play videos or games, they want to go and practice that thing. So if you see it, they can see something on the TV and they want to practice it. They can hear something on the TV and you can hear them repeat it. So there are a lot of things that model behaviors in a child. So it is up to you to be very careful on what you expose your child to and the things that they are learning from those things. So we have already said that modeling is not just done by you as a parent, and we have already said that it is observational learning. So if you would want to model a behavior in your child, I want you to think of that behavior that you'd like to model in your child. For example, let me use this as an example. You'd want your child to be more kind to other people or to express kindness to other people. And kindness is a general term because you could be meaning maybe sharing with other people, helping those that are weak in the society. And as you are thinking about this, because this is not just for toddlers, it is for any level of parenting, by the way, and these are behaviors that will remain with them for a long time. So if you teach them at this age to share, it means they will continue doing it as they grow. So let us use this as an example so that I can demonstrate how you can model a behavior. Let's take sharing or helping people maybe in the street, or sharing their play toys or their ball with a friend. So if this is the behavior that you want them to develop, because probably you've noticed they are very aggressive with their friends, they beat them, or they simply throw tantrums when the friend wants to play with their toys. So have you thought of that behavior that you want to change? Okay, so have you written it down? Okay, good. So this behavior, you have already noted it, and you already specified exactly what you want. In our case, we are specifying on helping our child learn to share. So the first thing you do, it is to identify an instance where you can demonstrate this sharing. Remember, we are doing it now consciously. We are doing it intentionally. We are teaching them intentionally, not the one that you actually just they copy whatever you do, what you wear, or how you brush your hair, or something like that. So we are teaching it intentionally. So identify those instances of sharing where you would want your child to share. Once you've identified those instances where you need to share, now engage in that activity and let your child see you doing it. For example, in this video, we are teaching our child to share. So we are developing the habit of helping the child to share. So we can have one of their friends come over, or we can organize a play date with other parents and their children. And then once you get there, you have your toys and whatnot. So when it is time to play, you can also now participate in the playing, where you intentionally share this toy with this other child, and you let them share this and this. And then once you have done that, make sure you mention it to your child. Like, did you see how I shared the toy with John? And tell them, see how John is happy to play with your toy. And the child will actually start getting it. Okay, so when I share my toy, John is happy, and they are able to share it with me. But then I have a video of how to teach your child to share, and I'll also leave the link in the description. You can also watch that. But for the purposes of this video, once your child is able to see what you are doing, they are now understanding that concept. So the next time they will share, also they will see, oh, John liked this, I also like this from John. So they are beginning to share. And when you see this instance, this is now where this other strategy comes in. When you see them sharing and learning it from you, praise it. Like, praise it effusively, praise it the way we discussed it in the other video, and you will notice that your child will begin to notice that you actually, this is a good thing to do. So they develop that behavior, and every time they begin to share, and once they learn one act of kindness, it is spread through to other ways. So they will not only now start sharing their toys, they'll start sharing their food, they start sharing with the poor. They will notice good things that they can do to help someone, and that is a behavior that you have already locked in, and that is so good. So that behavior that you wrote it down, start by identifying instances where you can demonstrate that behavior. And also remember, you are not the only one who can help. If there are no instances for you to do that behavior, there are instances on the TV, on the cartoon shows that they are watching. So when you see that superhero saving someone or helping someone, mention it to your child. Did you see how this person did this? Did you see how this one was happy when this was done? And then bring it to their attention that it is a good thing to do. And so you will notice that they will go ahead and do that behavior when they are playing with others. And also something else to note is that the way you behave with your child, because they are observing how you do, like, for example, how you discipline them. The way you discipline them, did you know that is how they actually behave with other with their peers? For example, if you hit your child when you are disciplining them, you'll notice that when they go to school or when they are playing with other children, they will tend to hit them, especially when they are annoyed or they are angry with this other child. So really, parenting is for the long haul, and you may not have everything in place. That is where we are at Awesome Parenting, and this is where we believe there is nothing like perfect parenting. So wherever you are and the kind of parenting style that you are adopting, this is a good way to keep your child learning. And although you may unintentionally model behaviors that you like, that you wouldn't really want your child to develop, then you can easily also get rid of them by modeling better behavior. Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you for subscribing to Wholesome Parenting with Betty. If you are new here, please subscribe and continue enjoying our content. Let us keep growing. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and so far I thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Bye.